Welcome to the Serpentine Creative Channel. I'm your host, Stella Williams, and you're watching Author Talk. Today on Author Talk, we are going to be discussing something that I saw pop up on Twitter in the last few weeks, and it's the idea of calling literary works fluff. And I know a lot of romance novels get deemed as fluff, and I know people get very, hurt by the idea of their work being called fluff because as artists we are very sensitive about our work. And I know that I personally call a lot of things fluff. Well, I don't use the term fluff. I like to call this things that I would kind of fall into the fluff category as airport reads. And it's not a ding on the authors, because as an author I know that all writing is art. It's a journey. It's it's your ideas, your thoughts on paper, and just having that drive to get it on paper, to get it published, to get it in the hands of people, regardless, it's an achievement, it's an accomplishment. And in no way, when I call something an airport read or fluff, am I trying to diminish that or diminish the author. With that being said, I feel like people are just a little oversensitive about fluff. I know that it can be used in a demeaning way, and that's unfortunate. But at least when I use it, I'm not trying to be demeaning when I use it, because I feel like there's a place for fluff. There's a place for just straightforward stories that make you feel good. There's nothing wrong with that. And like any other genre or trope or theme, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I don't feel like anyone should be demonized for writing feel good stories. I mean, it happens. It happens. I can tell you that as a romance author, if somebody called my books fluff, I would probably be pissed off. Despite, but because I do take so much time in not just coming up with my characters, but coming up with my storylines. And, there's always a lot going on in my stories. So do I feel like my stories are fluff? Maybe my short stories. But if somebody called my novel fluff, I would probably want to punch them in the face. But this is why you also don't read reviews if you can help it. But anyway, that's kind of off topic. The title of this video is supposed to be what the fluff. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it's splitting hairs, because on one side, as an author, I'd be pissed if somebody called my stuff fluff, but as a reviewer, I'm I call people stuff fluff in my head all the time, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Like I said, I prefer the term airport read, because it's something that you read. It has a decent enough storyline to keep you interested and to finish the book, but is it something that really wowed me? No, it's just something that I could easily enjoy and kill some time. And I honestly don't feel like that's a bad thing. If you can get if your book is entertaining / generic enough to appeal to a wide enough audience to be considered a fluff read or an airport read, usually you're making a crap ton of money off of it anyway. Okay, a crap ton of money for an author, I should say. Um, like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not the, like, I don't think I've ever had a piece of my work called fluff, at least not in my fiction writing. I mean, I was like the entertainment editor, arts and entertainment editor for my school newspaper. So I did lots of like fluff articles, like, oh, what's your favorite TV show kind of polls and things. But like, I never really felt any less of like a journalist at that time because that's what I wrote. If anything, I felt like I was, that's kind of hard to say. Like, at least I knew people were reading my stuff, that sort of thing. Like, I would go around school and people would be like, oh, when are you doing your next article? I want to give my opinion. Um, and I mean, obviously, I didn't stick with journalism because I didn't find it too much fun. I much prefer writing fiction than in fact, which was probably why I felt so comfortable with just being the pole person. But yeah, I I don't know. I don't want to say don't be sensitive about your writing because I'm very sensitive about my writing, and it's part of the experience of being an author, to have people critique your work, and there's going to be haters and there's going to be lovers, and don't stress the haters. Just keep building your audience, just keep being you, and take fluff as a compliment. That means that your writing is appeals to a lot of people, and that can never be a bad thing, especially if you're writing for a living, because the more people that connect with your work, the larger your audience base is. So I don't know, that's my 2 cents on this whole fluff controversy. um and I mean, there's a long history of romance authors and romance writing being discredited and seen as less than other genres. And I think that's why I can see where authors' work being called fluff can get them riled up, aside from just, personal sensitivity about your own work. Um, but yeah, it's stop calling people stuff fluff. That's gonna be my final take. Stop calling things fluff. Say that it's general audience or airport read. Those sound better, in my opinion. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Whew. Peace, love, and happy writing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.